In the pantheon of gaming's golden era, few developers have earned a place as legendary as Capcom. From Mega Man to Street Fighter, the company's legacy is built on innovation, creativity, and timeless gameplay. Yet, amidst the treasure trove of iconic franchises, one title stands out as a trailblazer for its unique mechanics and daring narrative: Bionic Commando. Once a crown jewel of Capcom's lineup, the series has been largely absent from the modern gaming landscape, despite its groundbreaking contributions to the platforming genre. The time is ripe for Capcom to revisit this underrated classic, reintroducing Bionic Commando to a new generation of gamers while celebrating its rich history. The rise of Bionic Commando. When Bionic Commando debuted in arcades in 1987, known as Top Secret in Japan, it redefined what an action platformer could be. Starring Nathan "Rad" Spencer, the game introduced a revolutionary mechanic, a bionic grappling arm that replaced traditional jumping. Players could swing, climb, and traverse challenging terrains in ways that were thrilling and entirely fresh. While arcade audiences appreciated its novel gameplay, it was the NES port a year later that cemented Bionic Commando as a classic. The NES version elevated the story, weaving a daring rescue mission of Super Joe from Capcom's earlier Commando into a fight against a thinly veiled Nazi regime. Its combination of linear action, strategic map navigation, and shocking storytelling, including an infamous final sequence that pushed the boundaries of NES-era violence, set the game apart. Critics and players alike praised its innovation, and the title became a standout in Capcom's portfolio, expanding the legacy, handheld, and beyond. Following the success of its NES release, Bionic Commando saw iterations on handheld consoles. A faithful Game Boy adaptation retained the addictive grappling mechanics, allowing fans to take Spencer's adventures on the go. Later, Bionic Commando Elite Forces brought the franchise to the Game Boy Color, showcasing new characters and expanded gameplay under Nintendo's development branch. Though not developed by Capcom directly, the game kept the spirit of the original alive. In 2008, Bionic Commando was resurrected with Rearmed, a digital remake for the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. This reimagining paid homage to the NES classic while modernizing the experience with enhanced graphics, new gameplay elements, and quality-of-life improvements. Fans lauded its faithful yet fresh approach, proving that the franchise still had an audience. Why Bionic Commando deserves a comeback. Despite its innovations, Bionic Commando has been largely forgotten in the years since its last major release. Yet, its potential for a modern revival is undeniable. 1. Unique gameplay mechanics. In a gaming world saturated with cookie-cutter action platformers, Bionic Commando's grappling arm mechanic remains distinct and underutilized. Modern physics engines could make swinging through levels a tactile, immersive experience. Games like Spider-Man have shown how traversal-focused gameplay can capture players' imaginations, and Bionic Commando could carve out its own niche with its more combat-oriented approach. 2. Nostalgia meets modernity. The retro gaming boom has brought many classic franchises back into the spotlight. A reboot or remake of Bionic Commando could appeal to longtime fans while introducing new players to its innovative mechanics. Capcom's success with revivals like Resident Evil 2 and Mega Man 11 demonstrates their ability to blend nostalgia with cutting-edge design. 3. Expanded storytelling opportunities. With its alternate history narrative and compelling protagonist, Bionic Commando offers fertile ground for storytelling. A modern reboot could delve deeper into the series' dystopian world, exploring Spencer's bionic enhancements and the ethical dilemmas they raise. Enhanced graphics and voice acting could bring the story to life in ways that were unimaginable in the 80s. How Capcom could bring Bionic Commando back. To revitalize Bionic Commando, Capcom could adopt a multifaceted approach. Remake the original. Following the success of Rearmed, Capcom could create a full-scale remake of the NES classic, leveraging modern graphics and gameplay innovations while staying true to the original's charm. Develop a sequel. A new installment could reimagine the franchise for the 21st century, blending the classic grappling mechanics with open-world exploration and modern action gameplay. Collaborate with indie developers. Partnering with studios known for innovative platformers, such as the creators of Celeste or Hollow Knight, could infuse fresh ideas into the series.